What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another gamelog vlog. Now that all the Spider-Man games are finished, I'm going to play through The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer, which is a game that I played as a kid but never beat, but is apparently pretty short because if you search on YouTube, Incredibles Rise of the Underminer full game, it's like between 3 and 4 hours depending on the video, so it's going to be a quick one. Before I get started on my next big franchise playthrough like the Spider-Mans were, I intend to play through some standalone games like I said in that last video. It's like 9 o'clock at night, so I'm not in my usual lighting, and I'm starting pretty late because it's been a busy day, but I wanted to play and I needed to record the start. So yeah, let's begin the absolute childhood classic that is The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. I don't know whether it lets you switch between playing as Frozone and Mr. Incredible through the game, or if you have to pick at the very start which one you want to be the whole time. I'm hoping it's the prior because that would make more sense because it'd be more fun that way, because I remember the Frozone can full on skate in the air on ice like he can in the films, and that's cool. Some people are going to say, why didn't you play the first Incredibles game? To which my answer is because that's a rage bait game that'll have me going livid at the dash levels pretty rapidly, and I refuse. I don't want to. I probably could, and I'd probably make a decent chunk of money from it because of the videos would do pretty well on TikTok if I did play that game. But maybe one day. For now, in between playing through some of the bigger game franchises, I just wanted to play something calm, something a bit fun, something a throwback, something that I played as a kid, because that's something I'm trying to do, is anything that I played as a kid that I remember enjoying that I never beat, I want to, go and beat it. So yeah, let's begin. One player. Autosave, yes. I tell you what, the GameCube version on Dolphin for Incredibles looks smooth, it looks pretty. People will say, why do I emulate games that I own physically? And it's because it will look better emulated, but I will only emulate a game if I already own it physically, because obviously I collect games. And I have my PlayStation 2 version of Rise of the Underminer, but this in 4K, 60 frames a second, looks pretty nice. Right. Can I switch between the two? I swear you can switch between... I hope you can switch between... It didn't give me the choice straight away, so I'm presuming that at some point it will let me. He has just an infinite combo here, it never stops, he's just swinging for haymakers while the world gets ended. It's such a shame that we never got a Rise of the Underminer film and instead we got Incredibles 2, the film. I'm pretty sure it's the original voice actors too. Doesn't he need to turn the fire off with his ice? No? Okay. Need to time these jumps. I'm pretty sure Samuel L. Jackson would have played Frozone in this. Did Samuel L. Jackson play Frozone? I might have imagined that. Aha! You can press up to change characters. You can just switch on the fly. So you can freeze them. And how do I... Yeah, we can ice skate. I don't remember there being an actual board. I just remember him actually skating on ice. I really must have imagined these things. But I like that you can switch on the fly. It reminds me of the Lego games. That's pretty cool. Okay. I almost miss the days where literally every film ever got a video game. They were never... Well, they were rarely good. There's not many movie games that are, really good games. X-Men Origins Wolverine is a great game. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, is a great game. But generally, there's not too many good movie games. But it would... I don't know. With today's budgets, maybe they could do it properly. It's funny because it never works in the flip way of that either. You never get good films made out of games. Really. The Borderlands film's going to come out next month and it's going to flop. Bro, this children's game. I'm trying to... Okay, as soon as it stops blowing, I'll run past it. There we go. But, yeah, that Borderlands film's going to upset me, I can tell. That's going to be something I'm going to rant about. Because Borderlands is one of my favourite game franchises, and Kevin Hart is not Roland. I'm sure Jack Black will give it his all as Claptrap, but, still. And then Cate Blanchett as Lilith, 3 times the age she's supposed to be, isn't ideal. Just, we'll see. Tannis as well, when it comes to age. I remember when I did a video on TikTok 2 years ago saying that the new Indiana Jones was going to be bad and that Harrison Ford is too old to do it, and people were like, just because he's old doesn't mean it's going to be bad. And then it came out and it was bad, because of course it was. But then again, kids on TikTok will think they're right about absolutely anything. It's funny, you know, I spent quite a bit of the Spider-Man playthroughs talking, or at least a few of them, talking about how I don't like fighting robots in games. This one I'll make an exception because of the fact that they ragdoll absolutely everywhere. And, you know, it is a superhero game, so it's not like... In a lot of games, it's like you fight robots because what you would otherwise be doing to people would be making a lot of mess. But I don't mind in Incredibles, because it's not as if we were punching a person, we'd be seeing their innards. You know, it just wouldn't be working like that. Oh dear. Come on. Where's Frozone? I swear, Frozone is the main character of this game. Apparently Frozone's gone. Come on, Frozone. There he is. Frozone being able to free stuff is absolutely the main character of this. And he's down again. Why has Frozone got no health? The AI in this game, not great. Like, there's no, like, preservation instinct for the non-playable character at any given time. Come on. Got you. I'm gonna say those guys with the shields. I'm like 5 levels into the Incredibles game and I haven't fought a boss yet. I could have sworn there was bosses. When I was a kid, I recall getting stuck on a boss. Oh. Hello. You look like a boss. Not sure what the pink bars are about. I presume that's some sort of emulation error. And the lower resolution during a cutscene as well. Like, watch the resolution jump. Look at this. That looks like a boss bar to me. Right, how do we hurt you? Am I throwing stuff at you? What's the gist? Yep, throwing stuff. Okay. And if there's nothing to throw, we make our own. Or not. Surely there's more stuff around the environment for me to chuck at you, right? This boss is harder than Elden Ring, just so you know. And go. That is going to take quite a few of those to throw at him before it takes him down. Hopefully they respawn. Is this not the exact one I threw before? This is like Spider-Man 3 where I had to keep breaking the pipes and the same pipes would respawn. What's happening now? Ads, of course. Wouldn't be a boss from the 2000s if the boss fight didn't include lots of just common enemies. That was always the thing. I've upgraded the punch now to have this like hammer fist at the end. These things take more of a fisting than your mother, they just get wrecked. Wait, this room is straight up a clone from God of War 1. Towards the end of God of War 1, when you're in Pandora's Temple about to get the Pandora's box, the last challenge is surviving a room full of harpies in a room where there's... In fact, this is nearly a clone. The room before this, if it was combined with this room, it'd be a perfect clone. With the spinning spikes on either side. The room before this had conveyor belts dragging you in either direction towards a hazard. If this had those on the floor, this would straight up be a God of War clone, but with less blood and other things. But yeah, that's funny. It's always interesting when that shows up. I miss, like, I don't know, just straight beat-em-up games, I suppose, where you don't control the camera. Like, here, the right stick dodges, which, again, God of War. Yeah, good times. Similar leveling systems. Right, what can we level up this time? The throw. Yeah. Cool. I just thought that was interesting. As soon as I walked into this room and saw fire, spinning blades, conveyor belts, and being dragged out of the way, I was like, that's God of War. Yeah, this game, this Incredibles game, very, very short. I've been playing maybe an hour, and the mission after the next mission is defeat the Underminer. And then after that, it's bonus levels. So, yeah, this game might be an hour and a half game in total. That's pretty nuts. No, there are no trophies. For the people on TikTok. No, there is no side content, there's no towers to climb, no feathers to pick up, no random pieces of paper scattered around the map. Just an old game being pretty short, because they just often were, you know, in an era before live service and trying to keep people around forever so that TikTokers don't make videos going, X game lost its player base even though it's a single player game after 6 months. It's like, well, yeah. You know, I never understood those videos. I saw it all the time with Hogwarts Legacy last year, where people would make videos going, Hogwarts Legacy has lost 70% of its player base. Well, yeah, it's a single player game and it's been out for 6 months. Well, that's what happens. Yes. Single player games, people tend to play them, and if they do beat them, they beat them and move on to the next thing, or start again and play it maybe once more. And, you know, most people don't endlessly play the same single player game over and over again. Not anymore anyway. especially with things like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, people move around. When I was a kid, we'd play through the same stuff over and over. Mostly because, like I said at the start of this video, I was lazy and didn't save ever. It always took longer to manually save your game in between missions than it did to just click continue without saving and keep playing. So games like this, despite the fact that it's really short, I never beat as a kid because I just start again the next time I started playing it. And however far I got in that session was however far I got. Good times. Miss those days. 2 more levels to go. Now I need to go and pick up my partner from the train station because she's out on some sort of works thing. I don't really ask questions anymore. There's always something going on. I just grin and nod and check the calendar if I don't remember. Back in a moment. Okay, we're back. It's now midnight, so one last grind, I suppose. How did I pick him up without stunning him? That must have been a thing where you can pick them up from behind. Didn't know that. Because they're always facing you because everything's always attacking. This whole game has been very simple. It reminded me a bit of Friend or Foe, where camera's fixed, you just move area to area, smashing everything in front of you with a partner. In fact, that is more like Friend or Foe than I thought. Because that is exactly Friend or Foe, where Spider-Man. Interestingly, there was my first Friend or Foe video on Spider-Man did enough views that I earned like 140 quid off that video alone. And when I was buying the Spider-Man games, I think it cost like nearly £200 in total for all of them. So, and when I bought them, a lot of people were like, why bother? Such a waste of money, blah, blah, blah. But buying them, and I made more than they cost by a few times over. It's a win, you know? Anyway, let's finish this off. Only like 1 more level. Okay, final boss time in Rise of the Underminer. Let's do this. I'm sure this is probably just going to be dodge and throw, because that has been the other bosses so far. There's not even a health bar, so what would you like us to do, game? Tell me how to beat your final boss. Can we not just... It would have been cool if we could have throw Frozone and him turn into like a blade of ice and just behead him. I think at the minute it's just going to be round-based combat, because there's no health bar. So yeah, just smash everything like your mother. There was actually a mission called the Icy Back Door, and I didn't make the joke then, so, you know, I don't make every joke that presents itself. There was a joke there too, I didn't do it. Oh dear. The amount of times the AI partner, by the way, has thrown themselves off of the environments, because surprisingly there is platforming elements to this game, which wouldn't have expected. I could go for a platformer, you know. It's been forever since I played a platforming game. Maybe I'll look into that. Imagine how... I don't even know if a lot of the Mario games are beatable, like whether they end. But like, imagine trying to do every single Mario game that has a completable story. I feel like that would be a very long playthrough to do. There is a Mario game that I do want to play, because I played it as a lot as a kid that I never beat, and that was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the Game Boy. That was fun. And I'm more likely to do Sonic. I was always more of a Sonic kid than Mario, so stay tuned for that. Sonic Heroes especially so. Oh Christ. Okay, health bar. How do we hurt you? Not like that. Not like that. Do I freeze you? Bro's giving me a buzz cut. What's going on here? I can't move. I can't run. What if I switch to the other character? How do I hurt you? No, seriously, what do I do to hurt him then? I don't see anything I can throw, and freezing him didn't work. And he's down. Now I hurt him. Okay, there you go. Wow, that was not very much damage. Frozone's down. So what, is it just dodge him until he gets tired? Is it one of them? Okay, we can do that. Where's the rest of the Incredibles? We're above ground now, there's no excuse for them to not be helping out here. They're just being lazy. Yeah, right, turn into a Beyblade for a second. I might buy some black Beyblades, that could be fun. When I was... Okay, hang on. It has a set amount of damage you're allowed to do. So I think I need to do this like 8 times. And I'm willing to bet at 50% he jumps back onto his platform and sends more robots at us. Because this is video game rules 101. Come on, bro. This is the first real boss we've had, actually. A lot of the other bosses don't directly damage you, they just send things to hurt you. And by the other bosses, I mean the 2 bosses that have been in this game. And dodge. Frozone's going to go down again because bro is useless. Yep, I mean, he jumped up before half health, but I called it. I think you guys get the gist of how this boss fight is going to play out. Oh, actually, hang on. No. Is he going to have us throw stuff at him? We can do that. Hang on. What about... Can I hit him directly? No. What are we doing next? Can I chuck something at you? I feel like this would have been a good time for me to throw this at you. But it's currently... Oh, hello. Just another wave of enemies. Okay. I thought it was going to change the mechanic, but no. Alright. I'll see you when this is done, because it's just going to be a bit of a grind. And that was the end of Incredibles Rise of the Underminer, which, very, very short game. Started at about 10, I think. I don't remember until I look back on the footage. It's 1 in the morning now. I had to go out at one point, so yeah. Pretty good game. I don't know how I never beat it as a kid, because with how short it was, but yeah, that final boss fight was actually decently hard. It took well over 10 minutes because of just you were only able to hit him during one phase. But anyway, let's get it put on the game log, shall we? Let's go. This might be one of the longer named games I've ever put on here, so I'm typing one hand as well. Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. One of the longest names I think I've ever put on, but I think King Kong beats that. On the 11th, 07, 2024, which brings us up to 57 games this year so far, and 13 games this month of July. Nice. We'll see what's next.